Yung buri ng sabihan ng abe, king kapapangan is pamakyabe, or yung Tagalog it means pagsasama. Kaya ni project kayo ni ginamit mo yung abe kasi buri mo yung ma-improve itang sense of community. Kaya ning co-housing me at buri mi sana itang milala ko itang connectedness ampo itang pamakyabe na rin tao kasi importante yaking community in communication ampo itang pagsasawap da lalo na itong mga problema la malaki yung
There are a lot of reasons why Pampanga was chosen as the site of Project Abe. One of the first things that we discovered is the increasing number of households. Different houses are being built and most of them are single housing units. Thus, we see this as an opportunity for co-housing to work. Due to the rising opportunities present in the vicinity, we could see great development in economy by providing an environment where different businesses and companies could start and be developed greater on. There is the increase of population and a great difference in age groups. We saw an opportunity wherein the youth are becoming more relevant in the place, hence would be needing more opportunities in housing as it is the start of their careers. Project Abe aims to create a safe and inclusive environment not only for the youth, but to all people that would be benefiting from it in the future.
For our landscape, most of our plants are edible since this sustainable strategy can benefit both the users and the environment at the same time. For our fruit-bearing trees, we made use of mango trees, papaya, banana, and various types of coconut or palm trees. As for our local plants, we made use of golden miagos, picara, elephant's ear, tobacco plant, etc. And for our plantation on the roof garden, the plants that we used are fast-growing and locally accessible here in Pampanga.
For the social and cultural sustainability, we mainly focused on environmental psychology. So, in essence, environmental psychology is basically how people are connected to a certain place, how people are how people interact with a certain place. So, it is one of those principles wherein architects forget to consider when designing a space that people are acting based on their environment, and it's usually that architects dictate the spaces that we have, but what we did in this co-housing is we facilitated the design process wherein people can decide what they want to do with the space, wherein there is a free-flowing connection between everyone in the community.
For our form development, we had a little setback given that we changed the form of the structure midway through. The first thing that we did is to think of it as a form with different grids, then parting it from each other. Next one is that we rotated it according to the site analysis, maximizing its external factors. We tried to scale it and added more structures that is still dependent on the grid that we created. Next one is we added circular towers that would serve as the main common areas used by the residents. And then we added walkways that would help explain the connectedness with each other. And lastly, we added few more blocks that would complement the main shape that we use and would also be functioning as the different living spaces. We wanted to maximize the external factors, especially the wind and solar path in our area. Due to our circular towers, wind path is much more flowing throughout the structure and minimizing any voids that would increase the heat of the site. In our zoning, we divided it into 4, mainly the common areas that consist of study hall, dining halls, and utilities, the administrative space that welcomes the residents, the living spaces where there are 3 different sizes that we came up with, and lastly would be the open areas that are very prominent in our design.
So the thought process behind the design of the spaces is being robust in the sense and being multifunctional. For example, what is being shown here is the admin or a common space to wherein the stakeholders of the co-housing or the owners can cater their visitors here. So it's like a reception of some sort. Or it can also be a meeting room for all the co-housing community members. And for the study hall, it's basically where people can rest or read. Because of the small spaces in the residential, there wasn't really much space to add a big study area. So here's where we put a certain function for studying or working for the members. For the gym and the dining, it's basically one building. And yeah, it's designed basically a glass. The exterior is glass, wherein the members of the community who uses the spaces have views outside of the co-housing, and yeah, they can see most of what's happening and still has this sense of connection within other members of the community and outside of the community, not feeling disconnected even though you're in a different space. So most of the spaces here, like what I've said, is robust and it's designed, the exterior and interiors are designed to facilitate social cohesiveness.
On our interiors, on the other hand, we made use of modular furnitures in order to maximize the living spaces. And the reason behind our smaller spaces or smaller units is that we know that Kapampangans are known for being outgoing or talkative, interacting with other people. So we wanted to prioritize the users to go outside and communicate or talk to everyone in order to improve the sense of community inside the co-housing.
We keep in mind that the world is changing very fast, and it would be difficult for us to keep up. Which is why, as designers, we wanted to present an idea wherein the importance of the different design strategies would keep up with the lives of the users and the people surrounding it. And that's our goal, to create, to connect, and to collaborate. And this is Project ABE.